me today because I have a very special program plan that I think you're really going to enjoy. Today we're going to lay out a step-by-step plan for growing a modest $5,000 account to more than $50,000 over the next 12 months, and then turning that $50,000 into a steady $10,000 a month income, even if you've never traded before. No matter what your previous experience, I promise what you're about to learn in this training will work for you like nothing you've ever seen before. So you'll probably have some questions, and if you do, just type them in the chat box on this page. I'll answer them at the end of the training. But right now, I have a question for you. What would having an extra $10,000 coming in every month mean to you and your family? Would an extra $120,000 a year give you enough money to do whatever it is you love doing? Would it support the kind of lifestyle you've always dreamed of having? Would it put an end to your money worries forever? Because if you want more, that's easy enough too. Just let your profits compound, and believe it or not, in less than 5 years, you could actually grow a measly $800 to nearly $1 million. This is the real deal, using actual trades, including commissions, hypothetically compounded to $100,000, which is more than enough to trade 100 contracts. And 100 contracts is as high as we go. Otherwise, there'd be a whole lot more zeros. But I want to keep everything very realistic. And realistically, you could have spent everything over the $100,000 we're using to trade 100 contracts, and it wouldn't have changed a thing. I'll tell you why I chose $800 as a starting point in a minute. But first, I'm going to dash away all your doubts with living proof that you can absolutely do this. A financial journalist recently sent me a recording of an interview that she did with one of my subscribers, and I'd like to play just a bit of it for you now. This totally spontaneous, heartfelt interview will prove two things. First, what you're about to learn is more powerful than any income-generating approach you've ever tried or even heard of before. Second, it's so easy to replicate that even teenage kids with no special training can do it, and do it well. And so can you.
Wendy was telling me about you and your family, and I was particularly intrigued. I understand you have a lot of experience. You've been trading for 30 years before you even found Wendy. Is that correct?
Yes. Some in the 80s, some in the 90s. Did some options trading in the 2000s, but always had businesses that really just sort of kept me from doing anything serious with it. So finally, my wife and I sold our last really active businesses. And so I thought, if I'm ever going to do it, now's the time. My degree actually is in financial services, and I've studied stocks all my life. And as I started to learn what she had there, it's pretty unbelievable. It's very unique. It's hard to imagine having traded before having it.
I understand your children trade with you.
They do, yes. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about trading on my own. And once I got Wendy's system, I realized that I could create the business with my family around it because it was teachable and you could execute it. It wasn't this sort of mystery stuff that, I get it from everywhere else. It was Wendy's system which allowed me to say, okay, I'm going to make a business out of it with my family.
Sounds like a great way for the kids to pay for college, don't you think? Laird and his family relished the excitement, pride, and satisfaction of creating their own trading empire, and I'll bet you would too. Regardless, if you want, I'll send you winning trades you can read word for word to your broker or enter online in about 6 minutes without doing a single bit of your own analysis. Laird waited until he sold his business before getting serious about training. But if I'm sending you the word-for-word trading instructions, you don't need to wait because you can enter each trade in about 6 minutes. Then you go on about your merry way, making it easy for you to start right now. And I think it's important that you do start right now, because having an extra $10,000 a month that you can count on no matter what happens is important. In fact, it's life-changing in a very good way. And because it's so life-changing important, I'm going to start at the beginning for the benefit of those of you who are new to trading, which means if you've got a lot of experience like Laird does, some of this will be old hat to you. So I'm going to reward you for sticking with me long enough to get to the really powerful and truly unique stuff I know that you've never seen before. Please, whatever you do, you must read this ebook before you make another trade. Because when you listen to the experts talk about what's happening on Wall Street, you're being played. Believe me, it's all about smoke and mirrors. The truth is, when institutions accumulate stocks, the market goes up. When they sell, it goes down. And when they're sitting around doing nothing, the market does nothing. It's just that simple. So naturally, their intentions are closely guarded secrets. But this special report's an easy way for you to cut through the smoke screen, and you'll see for yourself exactly what the big boys are up to long before the market has time to react. So please stick around. Download this shocking code blue report and never be blindsided again. Okay, it's time to get back on track with our main objective for today, which is growing your account to $50,000 and then turning that $50,000 into an average monthly income of 10 grand. You can go ahead and compound it into millions later, but for now, let's just focus on what is most important, getting you a non-stop perpetual income you can count on, and the peace of mind that goes with it. That's what's important. Believe me, I know. Because a few years back, a freak act of nature washed away the business my husband and I had poured every bit of our time and money into for more than 25 years. Overnight, our income was gone, our capital investment was gone, and all hope of ever retiring was gone too. I was devastated. Thank goodness my good friend Julie introduced me to options. If you've never traded options before, let me give you 4 good reasons why you should. Options are the #1 choice of savvy investors everywhere. First of all, you need very little money to start earning tremendous profits, because each option holds the earning power of 100 shares of stock. I started with just $800 myself, which is why I used that amount for our hypothetical starting point, and I turned it into millions. So why not you? Yet your risk is strictly limited, so it's a lot safer than trading stocks or currencies. This is what Ray and his wife had to say about that. I'd been trading currency for years, and they were plenty volatile, which Shirlene wasn't too keen about. So she's the one who pushed me to get into options. The way Wendy trades options, you risk less to begin with, and then you can set up your trade with stops, so it's actually quite safe. Okay, so trading options is safer, and you need less money to do it. Third, it's super simple. Trading options is just like trading stocks, and you can do it in almost any account, including most IRAs. And last but not least, you can make just as much money in a bear market as you can when the market is soaring, which is certainly not the case with most stocks. If the market's headed down, you put one over on the bears with put options. If the market's going up, you call in the bulls with call options. It's just that simple. I'm going to run through a couple quick examples, but please don't worry about the details. For now, just focus on the incredible profit potential regardless of market direction. On August 8th, September 2096 call options were trading at $1.28, which gives you the right to buy 100 shares of Qs at $96 a share anytime before September 20th. Now, we have no intention of buying shares of this NASDAQ ETF, But as price goes up, the value of the option will also go up. So we bought 4 calls. Each call controls 100 shares of stock, so we paid $128 per option. Total investment $512. Fast forward to September 3rd, and the Qs is trading 5% higher. Meanwhile, our call option soared 346%. And that, my friend, is the power of options. So we exited this trade with a nice $1,776 profit on our $512 investment. On September 22nd, November 98 put options were trading at just 76 cents, which gives you the right to sell 100 shares of Qs at $98 per share anytime before November 22nd. So this time, if the price of the Qs goes down, the value of our options will go up. And we bought 7 put options paying $76 each. Total investment, $532. Jump ahead to October 20th, and the Qs has plunged 8%. Meanwhile, our put options shot up 254%. So we exited our trade with a nice $1,358 profit on a $530 investment. And once again, we see the tremendous wealth building potential of options. So you can make tons of money no matter which way the market goes. Now here's the rub. In order for you to win consistently, you need a rock-solid, almost miraculous trading system, which people struggle for years to find. For example, Neil's quest spanned 4 decades. He says, after 40 years and many tens of thousands of dollars trying to find the Holy Grail, Wendy's got it. You don't know how happy I am the struggle's behind me. And it's not complicated either. You jump in, you make your money, you go home, and you do it again tomorrow. I started in June with $10,000, and even though summer months aren't the best time to trade, 2.5 months later, my account balance is already over $25,000. So that's like 150% return in less than 90 days, and the profits keep rolling in. Holy Grail, I don't know, maybe. The results sure are phenomenal. And the simplicity is pure magic. But what's most miraculous is how I discovered it in the first place. At first I'd win some, lose some, then win and lose some more, with consistent profits always looming just out of reach. Desperate to find the missing piece that would give me the steady income I needed, I covered my kitchen table with a hodgepodge of charts from recent trades, some winners, some losers, and began scanning from one to the next, taking in every nuance, until suddenly it hit me. An identical squeeze pattern between 2 unrelated indicators appeared on every single winning trade, but was conspicuously absent on all the losers. I couldn't believe nobody had ever seen it before. Then I remembered, a week or so earlier, I had accidentally deleted the template for my charts, and when I reconstructed the layout, I mixed up the oscillators at the bottom, and it seemed unimportant at the time. But when that incredible, fortunate mix-up happened, the P3 squeeze was miraculously born. And as Nathan says, it's darn near infallible. Here's what he has to say. My success factor with Wendy's P3 system is about 95%. My friends keep asking me to quit working and to manage their money. Imagine my sense of relief to finally have a steady flow of cash I could rely on. In this training, you'll learn how to construct and profit from my miraculous, one-of-a-kind P3 indicator without ever buying a single thing. Using charts readily available for free on the internet, and I'll tell you where to get winning trade instructions that you can enter online in about 6 minutes without doing a single bit of your own analysis. But first I want to tell you about another discovery I made a few years later that sends the earning power of the P3 system soaring sky high. In the beginning, I traded options on high-flying stocks like Apple and Google and Amgen and Starbucks. But then I discovered in test after test the NASDAQ ETF, symbol the Qs, produced the most consistent income hands down. In a head-slapping epiphany, I realized the often overlooked Q is the ultimate money machine. The very first month after making my astonishing discovery, I emailed 10 Q trade suggestions. And in investing less than $600 in each one, you could have earned a pre-commission income of $8,426. It doesn't take long to reach $50,000 at that rate. The official name is Power Share Qs, Cubes for short, but I call it the quintessential Qs because, as you'll soon see, it's a 6-story paragon of trading virtues you won't find anywhere else. To begin with, the Qs is strategically diversified. It includes actual shares of stock from 100 of the largest non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ stock exchange. And all those 100 rock-solid companies come from a variety of sectors. So what does that mean to you? Less volatility and greater safety. Q's second trading virtue is tremendous liquidity. Trading volume for the Qs is among the highest of all the exchange-traded funds, averaging as much as 66.1 million shares a day. And the Q options always has huge open interest. High volume means the bid-ask spread is tighter, often only a penny or two. So it takes very little movement to show a profit. And you can easily hop in and out of the market anytime you want. All of this adds up to higher profits and greater safety. The next Q virtue you're going to love is that every type of option is readily available. Weeklies, monthlies, and leaps. Monthly options are available for thousands of securities, but you can only get long-term leaps for about 1/3 as many equities, the Qs being one of them. And despite their growing popularity, weekly options are still only available for about 270 different equities and ETFs, Qs being among the most actively traded. Not only that, but Q options strikes at increments of 50 cents to $1, compared to $5 increments for Apple and Google. Now, you don't have to trade options if you don't want to, but the flexibility of having every form of option available and at very closely staged increments adds greatly to your wealth-building possibilities. Another big advantage is the efficiency and familiarity you gain when you're focused on just one equity. Watching just Qs rather than every stock on the board will make you an expert in no time. And anticipating the Q's reaction to economic reports and financial news will soon become second nature. Imagine how confident you'll feel knowing you're in perfect harmony with the one and only equity that you trade. And particularly rare virtue you're going to really enjoy is what I call happy hour. Closing bell for the S&P and other equities is 4 p.m. Eastern Coast time, but the Qs can be traded until 4:15, 15 minutes longer than other equities. And that 15 minutes of after-hour trading creates a unique advantage you'll be able to exploit to the max when you say yes to Merit Paycheck, which I'll tell you about later. And last of all, trading the Qs is super easy. I'm going to let Laird sum up why, in his professional opinion, Qs offers the best game in town.
The NASDAQ, that's a lot of stocks. I find the patterns, they're sort of smooth on the cues, and they develop a lot of white space between the indicator and the signal line. So it's clearer. It doesn't do the thing where they just kind of braid around each other. There's so many people in it. There's only a 1 cent, 2 cent spread on them. So that makes it nice. We're in there for $5,000 to $10,000 every time. If it's at 30 cents, so we're trying to do $7,000 worth. You're going to need 250 options. Well, we make the total for the week on some option offerings. So keep it clear. It's like the spit in the bucket. Because it covers so many stocks, you're not going to have the situation where some analyst wakes up in the morning and decides, I don't like this stock anymore. I'm moving it from buy to hold. And all of a sudden the stock just turns around and drops 3% for the day when it was on a nice uptrend, which can happen with individual stocks and has for us before. You're not going to get things like that.
If you've never realized the wonderful power of the cubes before, don't feel bad. Despite 30 years of trading experience, neither did Laird until I told him about it. And now the cubes is his favorite fishing hole, providing him and his family with an endless supply of cash perpetuating for generations to come. Now let me teach you how to fish. If you've never traded options before and you're dumbfounded by the training you're about to receive, let me assure you, you don't need any of this. Because if you want, I'll send you winning trade instructions that you can simply enter word for word online and earn a steady stream of profits without doing a bit of your own analysis or even knowing much about options. So please, if this seems confusing to you, don't sweat the details. Just keep your eye on the prize. Shall we start? If you don't already have a charting package, free charts with drop-down menus that make customization a snap are readily available at stockcharts.com. We're going to start with a basic candlestick chart. Each little candlestick, as they're called, represents 1 day of trading activity. Red candlesticks indicate a lot of selling pressure that day, driving the price down, while white candles signify an up day due to buying pressure. Below your basic price chart, we want to add the PPO indicator, which stands for Percentage Price Oscillator, and it's similar to the more common MACD indicator, except the formula uses percentages, and I found that to be more reliable. Then to complete our hybrid indicator, we'll add the ADX, which stands for Average Directional Index. Now this is important. ADX measures trend strength without regard to direction. Here you see the ADX rising in a strong downtrend, which is exactly what we're looking for. When PPO and ADX come together, it's like a pressure cooker of buyers and sellers. There, you've got it. There's the P3 squeeze. It's not time to pull the trigger yet, but very soon the squeezing pressure is bound to erupt. And here it is now. Just as soon as the ADX and the PPO lines turn away from each other, it's time to jump on board and enjoy the ride. Isn't that interesting? The PPO and the ADX are two entirely separate indicators measuring a completely different set of conditions. Yet when they're stacked one on top of each other, as we've done here, they form a miraculous hybrid indicator that's not only quick and easy, it's darn near infallible. Even when there's a larger bit of space between the PPO and the ADX, as you see here, when the squeeze pulls apart, a price surge is practically inevitable. This is what Lori has to say. When Wendy's pattern plays out, you know the market's going to move. It has to. So you buy 3 or 4 options in the morning, have your stock or index move $1 or $2, and go away happy. Laura day trades using intraday charts, like this 15-minute P3 chart. Squeeze, pull away, we buy weekly calls at 55 cents, everybody breaks for lunch, then pop. We exit the very next day for 100% profit in less than 24 hours. Terry says she makes thousands of dollars a day using short-term intraday charts. Listen to this. I don't sit in front of the computer all day, every day. But when I do trade, I religiously make $2,000 to $3,000 a day. It's pretty simple, really, because it's totally rule-based. So all you have to do is follow the rules and you're going to make money. Terry's right. The P3 squeeze predicts market rallies like nothing you've ever seen before in every time frame. Using this weekly chart, you could have earned 205% followed by an annualized return of 209% buying long-term leaps. But wait, here's more. Out of the 129 trade suggestions I emailed the first year, 60 were for buying puts just before prices fell. And those 60 puts would have given you a total of $38,455 in profit if you had invested just 6 minutes and $600 into each one. So cashing in on a down market is something you definitely want to do. And for that, we need the P3.5. So let's put ADX on top and on the bottom with PPO in the middle and let the fun begin. First, we have ADX and PPO running in tandem on the P3.5 hybrid. Then they push apart and price plummets. Next, we get a P3 squeeze, separation, and price soars. And this scenario plays out over and over again all day long in any time frame you'd care to trade. Just look at the steady stream of profits rolling in day after day, week after week, year after year. Trades that come from daily charts generally last a week or more. Trades from intraday charts of 60 minutes or less only last a day or two, and I watch them all. So you don't have to. Just sign up for my early retirement income trading. And as soon as the P3 squeeze starts setting up, I'll let you know which option to buy and how much to pay. Then when it's time to close the trade and enjoy your profits, I'll let you know that too. You simply place your orders online and you're in and out in less than 6 minutes, hence the 6-minute slogan. $600 refers to easily affordable trade size, and a 6-figure income speaks for itself. I promise Merit Paycheck is the absolute easiest and most reliable way for you to seek an exciting nonstop income you can count on. And although membership is actually closed, since you attended my webinar, I'm pleased to make an exception and extend this enrollment invitation to you today. With detailed buying and selling instructions at your fingertips, you don't need to know a single thing about trading to earn steady income when you say yes to my Merit Paycheck. But if you're like most folks, you're going to get curious about what's going on behind the curtain. At the Merit Millionaire Maker Command Center, which is located just down the road from the mountaintop home I've loved for 30 years, the income-producing secrets I'm sharing with you today not only saved our family, I was able to buy the entire mountaintop, all 100 acres of it. And that's why in the media, I'm often called the Smoky Mountain Grandma. Feeling hugely blessed and grateful and relieved to have my financial woes behind me, my daughter Leslie, me, and my son Patrick established the Millionaire Maker Command Center, dedicated to helping ordinary men and women through education and guidance become financially well off in the least possible time. Katie is a perfect example. This is what she had to say. When I went for my divorce, I thought, I'll do whatever it takes to keep my house. It's such a relief to know I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm not getting any younger, but I'm getting happier. It warms my heart to know that Katie can happily live the rest of her life in the home she loves. And I'd like for you to enjoy that same sense of security for all your live-long days. So when you say yes to Merit Paycheck, I'm going to send you this comprehensive Q trading guide and a highly entertaining 3-part DVD course, along with this Merit guide to trading debit spreads for reduced risk in a volatile market, all absolutely free. This free welcome gift worth $1,294 will teach you everything you need to know if you'd like to someday trade the cubes totally on your own, without any help from me or anybody else. You'll also enjoy chatting with me, Leslie, Patrick, and fellow members coast to coast in the option trading chat room I set up just for you. Harley's in there all the time. Let's hear what he has to say about the chat room. I tried a bunch of different services when they tell you what to buy and when. And while I didn't go broke, I didn't really make any money either. Then I discovered Wendy's system in her chat room, which is invaluable. I consider the chat room as important as her systems. I think it's wonderful and very unusual, too, for an author like Wendy to offer traders so much help and support. So there you have it. We're all in this together, and together we'll make sure you achieve the greatest possible success. Consider the tremendous value of everything you get. Subscribers to my advisory services generally pay $5,000 to $6,000 per year. The Merit Quintessential Cube Guide and 3-part DVD course retails for $997. The Merit Q Debit Spread Guide to Reduce Risk in a Volatile Market sells for $297. As Harley told you, the option trading chat room is simply priceless. And so is the unlimited support you will receive from all of us at the Millionaire Maker Command Center. So you can see that the annual membership price of $1,997 is already a bargain. But I'm going to do something special for you today. I'm going to pay for your second year's membership. So for just one payment of $1,997, you'll enjoy all the income-producing benefits of membership for 2 full years. That's just $2.74 a day. I'm sure you can easily afford that much, can't you? There's just one catch. Exclusivity is essential for the type of personalized service extended to all members. And of course, new members get a lot of extra hand-holding. So once we hit our limit for new members, this offer will shut down. I'm sure you understand. I can think of only one reason why you would have signed up for this webinar and then stuck with me this far. You desperately want the kind of nonstop income that can end your money worries forever. Am I right? And of course, Merit Paycheck is the best income source I know. But as Jane says, the resulting sense of pride, satisfaction, and peace of mind may be the greatest benefits of all. She says, I'm 72 years old and have avoided the stock market my entire life. But now, not only am I making lots of money, I have the self-realization that I can do it, and that I can do it well. I'm just thrilled. I have a whole new life. It's just awesome. I can't pull myself away when the stock market is open. I'm addicted to it. I'm willing to bet it won't be long before you get addicted to the excitement and the glowing pride of success yourself. Everybody does. It's just human nature. So go ahead and click Enroll now. Clicking the button doesn't obligate you to anything. You'll simply land on another page with additional details about this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to secure your financial future and live well for the rest of your life. Scroll through the testimonies like the one from Melvin, a laid-off property manager who says Merit Paycheck is like having your own personal ATM. This is his livelihood now. It's how he pays his bills. Read all about the 100% money-back guarantee and download Code Blue Stock Market Health Check absolutely free, no strings attached, and never get blindsided by the market again. So please go ahead and click Enroll Now while you can still get it. If you have a question I haven't answered yet, stay with me until I do. Then once your question is answered, go ahead and click the Enroll Now button on this page to secure your spot. The first question on everybody's mind is, this seems too good to be true. What's the catch? I'm glad you asked, because skepticism is not only healthy, it's also the mark of a smart investor. You should always investigate and then base your decisions on facts rather than emotions. So here we go. Fact 1. Merit Paycheck has a proven 5-year live track record. All performance and profit examples you've seen today reflect actual trades, and except where otherwise noted, they include commissions. So everything you've seen today is the real deal. Nothing is fabricated or hyped up in any way. Fact 2. On average, 410,765 Q options change hands every day, making it among the most widely traded and most liquid of all options. Like Laird said, 250 Q contracts is like spit in a bucket. So you know that following in my footsteps as I enter and exit trades should be super easy to do. And fact 3, several subscribers have already told you in their own words how they're enjoying greater success than they ever dreamed possible. And you'll find more heartfelt testimonials by men and women from all walks of life on the next page after you click Enroll Now. So if everybody else can do it, why not you? Many of these folks had no prior training experience whatsoever, but they do all have one thing in common. They all recognize their need for a reliable source of income they can count on no matter what. So they put their doubts aside and made it happen. So how about you? Your doubts are emotional. The facts support action, and getting started is easy. All you have to do is put your doubts aside for just a moment, click Enroll Now, and I'll take care of the rest. So go ahead, click Enroll Now, and end your money worries forever. Next question. Can anyone really do this, even me? Yes, you absolutely can do this. No matter what you may have tried before, I promise this time will be different. Because when you say yes to Merit Paycheck, we're in this together. Word for word trade recommendations will make it quick and easy for you to operate at peak performance, even if you have no trading experience, and even if you have very little time or interest in thinking about the markets. Your free welcome package, including my easy-to-follow guide, Option Trading the Quintessential Qs, the highly entertaining 3-part DVD course, and the Merit Guide to Trading Debit Spreads, will empower you to find winning profit opportunities on your own and relish the pride and satisfaction of becoming a tremendously successful trader. And chatting with me and Leslie and Patrick and fellow members coast to coast in the Merit Option Trading chat room will bolster your confidence, keep you motivated, and help you become wildly successful. But membership is strictly limited. I want to make sure as a new member you get all the personal hand-holding you may need. So I refuse to overload our support team at the Millionaire Maker Command Center. And that's why as soon as we hit our limit of new members, this offer will shut down. So I encourage you to click Enroll Now. Read through all the heartfelt testimonials and secure your spot while you can. Will this program support an active, carefree retirement? Sure it can. The members you heard from today are living, breathing proof. Merit Paycheck will empower you to reach your financial goals no matter how lofty they may be. And really, if not this, then what? Nothing, that's what. From what I've seen, Merit Paycheck is your fastest, safest, surest way to gain all the time and all the money you could possibly need to do whatever makes you happy. For example, Laird's voice gushes with pride when he talks about bringing his children into the trading business he built around the Merit Paycheck system. Doesn't it warm your heart to hear Katie talk about the relief she feels knowing she can keep her home and she never has to worry about money again? And how about Terry, who said it's so simple. She religiously makes $2,000 to $3,000 a day. After all you've seen and heard today, I hope you realize this Merit Paycheck invitation is an exciting opportunity, the likes of which you've never seen or heard of before, and will probably never have again. So please click the Enroll Now button and let's get you started. Next question. Can I use my regular brokerage account to generate Merit Paychecks? Yes, absolutely. You can place Merit Paycheck trades in any account in which you can trade stocks. You can even use your IRA. Even if your IRA broker has told you in the past that you can't trade options, a quick phone call or email should get your account approved for Level 1 option trading, which is all you need. Because despite the incredible income-generating power of Merit Paycheck, there are no complicated or exotic option strategies involved. And it's much easier than the way most people trade stocks because your investments are relatively small and your risk is strictly limited. Aside from generating income, Merit is the fastest, safest, and surest way I know to grow your IRA as well as your traditional brokerage accounts. So the smartest thing you can possibly do for your financial future is to click Enroll Now and make sure you get in before the special enrollment period is closed. If Merit Paycheck is so great, why isn't everybody using this strategy? Because nobody knows about it. The P3 squeeze is a hybrid indicator comprised of two totally unrelated indicators. I stumbled upon it quite by accident, or maybe divine intervention. I was definitely doing a lot of praying at the time. Even Laird, who has a degree in financial services and 30 years of trading experience, has never seen anything compared to the P3 squeeze. He describes it as unbelievable, very unique, and he can't imagine having traded before having it. And on the next page, after you click Enroll Now, you'll read where Mark, a retired sheriff, says my system is the best thing that's happened to him since he retired. And I'm sure Merit Paycheck will be the best thing that has happened to you too, assuming you get in. So please go ahead and click Enroll Now while you can still get in. Next question. Do I need a large trading account to start generating Merit Paychecks? No, you do not need a big account to participate in my early retirement income trading. In fact, you don't even need a trading account to get started because you can start by paper trading the recommendations. Of course, before long, you'll want to turn those paper profits into real profits you can spend or invest. Then you'll need some money. But how much is up to you? Remember, I started with just $800 myself. Merit Paycheck trade recommendations are sized at approximately $600, but the average per contract price is only $130. So you could start out investing less if you want to. So start big, start small, but for heaven's sakes, start now. Imagine the peace of mind you'll enjoy when you have a steady stream of Merit Paychecks coming in, ensuring you never have to worry about money again. So go ahead, click Enroll Now. Your future self will surely thank you. Next question. Won't so many people taking the same trade recommendations move the market? No way. You only have to trade options on the Qs, one of the most widely traded and most liquid of all options, with an average daily volume of 400 110,765 contracts, and only a limited number of people will be admitted to my early retirement income trading. So to quote Laird, our impact will be like spit in a bucket. It's only your bank account that will feel the impact, and it's all good. As you just saw with your own eyes, we're taking an average monthly income of more than $10,000, and that's just for starters. If you want more income, just trade more contracts. Laird invests $5,000 to $10,000 in each trade, and his whole family is profiting from it. But you're going to miss your chance if you don't click enroll now before it's too late. Okay, next question. Why haven't I heard about Merit Paycheck before now? That's another good question. Merit is an exclusive membership program available only by invitation. Because of something you recently did, you earned the privilege of learning all about Merit's miraculous P3 indicator and its counterpart, the P3.5, for free. Then by attending this webinar and staying to the end, you distinguish yourself as a trader most likely to succeed. So I invited you to become a member. Time, place, and circumstance resulted in this invitation for you to secure your financial future with a steady stream of Merit paychecks. If it's never happened for you before, you might just want to think twice before you risk the possibility that enrollment might be closed before you secure your position, and you may never get another chance to become a member, and you might not ever get another chance to secure your financial future with a steady stream of Merit paychecks. Really, since your deeply discounted membership fee is backed by 100% money guarantee, your greatest risk is the risk of missing out. Please don't let that happen. It could very well be now or never. So click enroll now and let me help you get the extra income you want, need, and deserve to have. Next question. I've never been in a chat room before. What's that all about? You just type your comments and questions in a window like we've been doing today. Except with the chat room, you get an immediate response instead of having to wait until the end of a presentation. So you get a dialogue going with fellow traders who are experiencing all the same things you are. The next thing you know, the mastermind principle kicks in. Napoleon Hill, famous author of Think and Grow Rich, interviewed 500 of the world's most successful people, and he discovered the universal secret to success is to surround yourself with like-minded people. That's what he called the mastermind principle. And that's exactly what my option trading chat room will do for you. You might discuss a new trade recommendation, ask a question about a trade you're already in, or just enjoy socializing and exchanging ideas with like-minded men and women. Chatting with me, Leslie Patrick, fellow members coast to coast, we all bolster your confidence, keep you motivated, and evoke the mastermind power to win. My option trading chat room is one more reason why, regardless of what you may have tried before, if you'll give it a chance, Merit Paycheck can finally end your money worries forever. But if you don't hurry, you won't get in. So please, click enroll now before it's too late. Next question. What guarantee do I have that I'll make money? I encourage you to start trading the recommendations in a simulated account so you can get a feel for placing your own trades and whatnot. But the simple fact is, while you're getting a great education, you can't make real money until you invest actual dollars. Only you can determine how long that will take, and I don't want to rush you. So instead of guaranteeing how much money you will make, I'm going to guarantee the profitability of the trade recommendations I send you. That way the burden of proof is entirely on me. You don't have to do a single thing to benefit from your money-back guarantee, except to enroll now. So if by some unimaginable twist of fate the merit paycheck trade recommendations fail to produce a profit over the next 12 months, you will be entitled to a refund of every penny you paid us, but you'll return nothing. Your entire welcome gift, valued at $1,294, will be yours to keep and profit from regardless. Well, that's it for the top 10 questions. Once our new member limit is hit, that'll be it for this special invitation to end your money worries forever, for less than the cost of a daily cup of coffee. So please put your doubts aside and do the one thing that truly can change your life. Click the Enroll button now. This is Wendy Kirkland. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat room and hearing all about your exciting new life with more money rolling in than you ever dreamed possible.